welcome to Scuba Diving Magazine. We're getting a bit weird in this video because we've all seen coral reefs and shipwrecks and tame things as scuba divers, but we love to explore, and the more that you do that in life, the more that you start to find some weird stuff out there. It's the same with surfing the internet. The deeper you dig, the kind of weirder it gets. So I spent some time on the internet trying to find the weirdest things that scuba divers have come across. The weirdest thing that I've ever come across was just like this weird creepy plastic sheet drifting off in the water off the small island that used to be a leper colony. But if you've come across anything weird, then let us know down in the comments below. First up, we have an underwater graveyard in the United States, certified by the Green Burial Council. It's not just a graveyard that sunk or was submerged underwater, it's been purposely put there. The reef was designed by a marine biologist to attract and support certain marine life, to build an ecosystem in the area. It's called Neptune Memorial Reef, and it's teeming with life at a much faster rate than hoped in the area that was otherwise empty before the memorial was actually placed there. Following cremation, memorialization in the reef is achieved by carefully blending the cremated remains with a natural concrete substance, which is then molded and secured in place with various other artistic structures, complete with an engraved copper plaque that local marine life and loved ones can visit as long as they know how to scuba dive, obviously. An eyeball the size of a fist washed up on the shores of Florida. That had the internet freak out for a little while, as it so often does, back in 2012. The story basically goes that Florida man was walking down the beach one day when he stumbled across just a giant eyeball. He contacted the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, who came to take a look at this giant eyeball. They put it on ice and forwarded it to the Fish and Wildlife Research Institute in St. Petersburg, and after analysis and a bit of DNA testing, they kind of settled on the idea that it was something like a large swordfish, and it's likely something that's just been thrown overboard by a local fisherman because it had evidence of like bony structures around the eyeball, which led them down the fish kind of route, instead of the giant squid, because giant squid don't have bony structures. But this made National Geographic's Weirdest Story of 2012 list. The Yonaguni Monument is a weird underwater structure that has a lot of people posting their views and thoughts online. It was discovered back in 1986. By accident, actually. Someone was looking for areas to go scuba diving with sharks, and they stumbled across this weird underwater structure, and geologists have assessed that it is just a natural structure. Nothing sinister or suspicious here, it's just naturally forming. Others obviously claim that the site could date back to 10,000 years when water levels were much lower, or like tectonic movement has submerged the entire structure underwater and it's some man-made temple of some sorts. But of course we can scuba dive there. There is quite a lot of current in the area, so timing can be a bit tricky, but it's only about 26 meters deep. It's not particularly deep. Down there you'll find a bunch of terraced rock structures, and because of all the real straight lines and apparent carvings in certain areas, people believe that this structure is man-made. Only every time credited specialists actually visit them, they keep leaning towards natural rock formation. Underwater statues are often quite creepy, but one in Minnesota really takes the case. This Jason Voorhees statue is chained down underwater at about 36 meters and used to have quite a lot of detail in it. Even the eyes were peering through the hockey mask when it was first submerged, but now that the weather has weathered it down, it kind of makes it a bit worse. There was a similar Jason statue in a lake in Arizona, but the park owner was less than impressed by what someone put in their lake without their authority, and they had it removed, I believe. And there were also rumors of a Freddy statue to join Jason in his underwater grave back in 2018, but I couldn't find any news report, and I don't think anybody has actually stumbled across Freddy yet. An ancient Greek computer is pretty strange, and one was actually found underwater in a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera. But what does it do? Can you watch TikToks on it? No, obviously. After studying it and x-raying the device, they worked out that it's a hand-powered orrery that can basically predict astronomical positions and eclipses decades in advance using just gears and mechanisms, and yeah, it's all just hand cranked. The relatively compact device has been preserved and you can view it in a museum, but it's also been recreated and it has several dials on the outside with an outer ring with 364 intervals around it, the rough number of days in a year, and the positions of star constellations with that. And on a rear dial, it has a 4-year calendar scheduling the dates of several athletic games, including the Olympics. Now, for a small device in ancient Greek, that's pretty darn clever, considering it's all just made of handmade gears. Some regions purposely sink statues of religious figures to stop fishermen from damaging the reef for fear of damaging the statue, but Jason Taylor is a British sculptor that has several underwater artworks and specialises in underwater statues that are placed not only to make a statement, but also to promote reef growth in that area. But what's weirder than just one solitary underwater statue? Lots of them. So these statues and monuments are strategically placed for coral to grow on them. That both means that the art is continually changing, but it also improves the local ecosystem. You can actually visit a lot of these monuments as scuba divers. They're located all over the world. A lot of the statues are actually detailed from real people in the local area, and because they're placed to promote coral growth, they're in otherwise empty locations, but they create a shelter for local marine life, so they're actually teeming with fish in an otherwise empty place. This is another weird one where no one exactly knows what the entire story is, but underwater off the coast of Long Beach, about 27 meters down, are a pair of steam trains out at sea. Not very many train tracks that lead out into the ocean, and trains aren't really known for jumping that far off of their tracks. But in 1985, a scuba diver was using a magnetometer to map the ocean floor in the area and came across 2 huge blips and found some 100-year-old rusty 222T locomotives and no shipwrecks in the area or something. So the best that people can write this up is that a ship had to push them overboard to prevent itself from sinking, and succeeded, but otherwise it's just 2 random trains in the middle of the ocean. Cenote Angelita is widely known in the scuba diving industry thanks to its very unique halocline that creates a false bottom that you can actually swim through. The first 27 to 30 something meters is pristine fresh water as you descend down. Below that is a halocline. Now, most haloclines are just where fresh and salt water meet, but it doesn't mix completely, and the halocline appears as just like a thin shimmer where the 2 edges of the water meet. But in Angelita, because of decomposing organic matter, the halocline in Angelita is actually a cloud of hydrogen sulfide that you can descend through if you really want to, but even staying above that smoke line, you have this eerie smoke layer on the bottom with dead trees poking through them. An underwater decommissioned nuclear missile silo in Texas. Now that's pretty cool. The bottom is just littered with debris made up of mostly twisted metal and ductwork, along with what they couldn't really be bothered to remove or whatever broke and fell during the decommissioning. At around 40 to 50 feet, there's a metal shack attached to the wall, which served as the inertial guidance shack. Apparently it was too difficult to remove, so it was just left in place, and now the water's taken it over. Inside you can see some control panels and plaques for the machinery manufacturers. The walls of the silo are mostly featureless and smooth, which can make for a very eerie feeling when you're descending and ascending at the end of the dive. There are parts of the wall though that have deposits on them from when the groundwater seeped in over time, and they're all very interesting to check out. But yeah, an old nuclear missile silo? A Soviet-era prison inside a limestone mine that used to house prisoners that would mine that limestone as punishment and, of course, hard labor. When the prison and the mine closed, the water pumps were turned off, groundwater slowly filled the mine and parts of one of the prisons. It's not the nicest of dive sites though, with reports of rebar spikes and barbed wire just dotted around the site, and a few people have seriously hurt themselves in the area, so it's not recommended that you really go diving there anymore, and it's private property as well, which doesn't help. The site has been used in a few movies as like a post-apocalyptic scene, but it's certainly different to the open water mines that I've dived before. Have you visited any weird dive sites in your career? I mean, what's the weirdest thing that's inside of your logbook? Let everybody know down in the comments below, and remember to like this video and subscribe to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel. Then, if you could, we're testing out a new digital version of our magazine, and there's a free version of one of our previous editions on there right now. You can read through it at app.scubadivermag.com and let us know if you come across any problems. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.